Hi everybody and welcome to today's vlog. First, let me say thank you so much for the many of you who have subscribed. I have received an overwhelming growth. I appreciate you. I could not do this by myself. It is because of you that we are growing so fast. Thank you for the views that you have given me on the previous videos. We have spoken about how to dress when you're going for an airline interview, and also I have given you a little bit of details when it comes to like writing your resume and your CV. So if you haven't watched any of my video, I suggest scroll down, go learn more about this information way before so that you prepare yourself way in advance, because in this channel we don't do last minute. We're here to get ready in advance, so by the time you get that invite you will be ready and ace that interview like never before. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to talk about accommodation or housing provided, especially in Emirates, because that's where I work there and I know every detail about the housing provided or the accommodation provided by Emirates Airlines. So if you are interested to work for Qatar Airways, I will definitely do another different video about Qatar Airways accommodation, because I have no idea, so I have to go research it for you guys and then I will make a video for you. Without further much to say, I will start to say that accommodation is optional. So if you're hired in Dubai or outside Dubai, let's say if you're hired in another country and you just moved in UAE to just start working for Emirates Airlines, you have the options to choose whether you want to stay in the company's accommodation or you want to stay outside the company's accommodation. So today I'm going to focus on the people who are going to choose staying in the company's accommodation, so that I can give you details, or maybe I can even make another video of the people who choose to live outside and the benefits they get, so that by the time the company offers this opportunity, you know where you want to stay. All right, so I'm going to be looking down because I have a couple of notes. As we learned from the other video, I am very analog, and so I try to write down my notes so I can remember them. So if you see me looking down, I'll be looking at my pointers. So accommodation, the company's accommodation provided by Emirates are located in different places in UAE. So some are in Dubai, some are in Al Qusais, and some are in industrial area. Where you'll stay depends on if you have subscribed on this video. I'm kidding. So where you stay depends on your luck, honestly, because it's random. They just tell you this is where you stay. And so some people end up staying in the desert, and some people end up staying along Sheikh Zayed Road, like where it's happening. So it really it's up to your luck. So pray and fast that you end up in in an area where if you open your curtains you have a beautiful view. Each accommodation has a security team, and so this security team, their job and their responsibility is to maintain safety and security in that building. Also, if you're coming to visit a friend in the company's accommodation, you will have to sign in through the security. So you write your name and who you're visiting, what house building they are at, and then the security will call them. This is in the cabin crew department. The security will call them and ask them, are you expecting a visitor? And then you will say, yes, my friend Bella is coming. And then the security will let your friend go ahead and come to your room. In the department of ground staff, there are security too, and so for you, if you have a friend, it's a little bit different. You will have to go down and tell your security, hey, I'm expecting my friend, this is her name, or this is a list of the people that I'm expecting to come. They will be here approximately at this particular time. If they do come, please allow them, I am expecting them. And then you can go ahead to your room and wait for them. So the housing, big living room is fully furnished with a dining area and also a sitting area. There's also an attached balcony in the living room for both crew accommodation and ground staff accommodation. Most of these rooms are usually big and they can even accommodate a number of people, a number of guests. So they're big. Let's move on into the kitchen. The kitchen is fully furnished. They will even provide to you the kitchenware. You will be given new plates, new pots, new spoons, new forks. Everything that you need will be provided for you free of charge on the date of arrival. So you will be unboxing a lot because you will have so many stuff to unbox: your uniform, your kitchenware. When it comes to the kitchen, most of the washing machines are usually put in the kitchen area. So the kitchen will be bigger. It will be fully furnished with a cooker. It will be fully furnished with a fridge and a washing machine as well. So if you have lived outside UAE, this will be so strange to you because you will end up seeing so many apartments with a washer and dryer in the kitchen instead of being in a separate or a laundry room or in a separate place. All right, so when it comes to the accommodation, most of the apartments are 2-bedroomed rooms or apartments. So there's usually the big room and the small room. Let's start with the big room. So big room is usually called room A. So for the cabin crew, the big rooms are so huge. They have their attached balcony, they have a bathroom and a toilet attached in their room. Everything is in there. So you have your own private balcony, you have your own bathroom and shower, toilet and shower. You have your own big space which is fully furnished. They give you brand new mattresses which you will unwrap the paper. The bed is nice and comfortable. The curtains in your room are night mode, in the sense that if you're working for the airport, you're working 24 hours, and therefore there are days where you will get home at 6 a.m. when the sun is rising, and you know how Dubai sun is so bright. So the curtains provide that dark mode. So when you close the curtains, the room completely goes dark, and that's a good feeling because you want to be in that zone when you're sleeping, even when you're working on your night shifts, or when you want to create that night mode during the day. So for ground staff, their big room is so big. They do not have a bathroom and shower attached in their room, and the balcony is also in a different room. So for ground crew, the big room is just the big room with a nice window. The curtains are also blinds, the night mode curtains, and fully furnished new beds. You will be given 2 sets of beddings, like 2 sets, brand new, where you can change, or when you're washing a pair, the other one is neatly laying on your bed. All right, so let's move to room B. So let's start with the crew department. So the cabin crew, room B, is the smaller one. This one is they don't have much. They don't even have a bathroom or a shower in their room. It's just a small room. Most of the time, some room can have a balcony that is pulled from the living room, but some just end up just being a room by itself. Okay, for ground staff, the small room is the one that has the balcony. They live in a small room, but they have an advantage of having a balcony. In every bedroom, they have a wardrobe or a cabinet where everyone has their own space where they can put their stuff. So it's not shared. So if you're sharing a room, this is for the ground staff, if you're sharing a room with your colleague in the big room, everyone has their own cabinet or wardrobe where they put their stuff. You actually don't have anything that you're sharing. Everyone has their own bed, you have your own wardrobe, there is a dresser where you can do your makeup, and they do not have a bathroom and a shower in their room. So for ground crew, they share the bathroom and the shower. It's in the common area. They share in that apartment, So if it's 3 people living in that apartment, so they'll share the bathroom and the shower. All right, moving on swiftly. So every building has its own um, parking. So if you have a car, you can park your car in your building. There's enough parking for everybody, and this is both for ground staff and for cabin crew. In the cabin crew apartments, they have swimming pools and gyms and spa, and this is because you they need to be fit because of watching their BMI. They have to make sure that their weight and goes along, it matches well with their height, because these are the things that they randomly get checked, because they want to make sure that they maintain the standard the company offers. So when it comes to ground staff, most of the apartments are usually in one area. Like, you see how I told you the cabin crew accommodation is like in different places in UAE. So when it comes to ground staff, the accommodation is usually in one area. So there are so many buildings in one area, and the building are just filled with Emirates staff living there. So they do not have swimming pools, neither do they have any gyms in their apartment. However, in the area, in the compound, they have an outside gym which anyone can just go there and exercise. I see people, jogging around and making, the best out of what they have. All right, so let's talk about transport provided in the accommodation. So for cabin crew, they have transport every 30 minutes. And if you're living in the desert where you don't have an easy access to train, because the train transport is usually most convenient because it moves around everywhere, and so most people prefer to use train. So if you like to catch a train, you can easily access the company's transport that will take you to the headquarters, and there you can catch a train to wherever you want to go, or better still, you can catch a bus just outside your building. All right, so when it comes to the ground staff, they do have buses going to the airport depending on the schedule of the shifts that they have. So if you're traveling, and you can catch the transport, the staff transport, and take yourself to the airport and travel. If you want to go, you have stuff to do in the headquarters, you can catch the transport from the accommodation all the way to the airport, and then catch a train and just take the next stop to the headquarters. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. If there's anything you feel like you need clarity, just put them on the comment section below, and I promise to respond as soon as possible. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe because it is absolutely free. It helps my channel to grow, and don't forget to share, because remember, you do not want to be the most successful person in your circle, because you know what? Everyone will be a bother to you. They'll be calling you for everything. So bring along everyone around you so that we can all grow, so that life can be easy for you and your friends and your family. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.